Good morning, Mustangs. I'm here to tell you about the Herd, an exciting new program at Cheyenne this year. But before we get into what the Herd is all about, I want to take a minute to consider and ask you a couple of different questions. First of all, what makes a great school? Think about that for a minute. When you think about a great school, you might be thinking about one that prepares you for your future. A great school is also going to have passionate teachers, teachers that care about you, teachers that want to see you show up every day, that are going to help you learn and grow, teachers that are going to provide you with unique opportunities to test out your strengths and see where you can go. You might also be thinking about the students around you, students who are friendly, inviting. They show up each day ready to learn, excited, respectful, polite, and they're doing great things. When you really think about it, the question isn't so much what makes a great school. It's really who makes a school great. And the answer is all around you. Your teachers, your friends, your classmates. Those are the people that make Cheyenne a great place to be. Our school has grown from a freshman center to one of the largest schools in the state of North Dakota. And thanks to our outstanding students and our dedicated staff, we've been recognized for academics, for sports, for activities, and for our character all around the state and even nationally. That's really what the Herd is all about, recognizing our students for the amazing things, both big and small, that happen here and around the state every single day. But there's one more thing that I want you to think about before we get into the Herd program. So did you know that students who are involved are far more likely to graduate than their peers who are not involved? In fact, the dropout rate for students who have no involvement in high school activities is a staggering 52%. More than half don't make it across the stage with a diploma in their hand, ready for their futures. When students at high school get involved in just one activity, that dropout rate decreases to 5%. 95% of high school students who are involved in something in high school will graduate successfully. And when they get into two or more activities, the dropout rate just disappears. We're talking about 100% graduation. And another thing that's interesting that goes along with this is that the more activities students join, the better they do academically. It kind of makes sense when you think about it looking at these graphs, but the GPA actually increases similarly to how the graduation rate increases. That is, for each activity that students join, 1, 2, even getting into 3 or more activities, students' GPAs also increase. That's where the Herd comes in. We want to actually help you guys out, help you be successful, and help you get involved at Sheyenne High School. We're going to use the 5-Star Students app to be able to track and award points to 100% of our students in the school, over 1,400 of you. And we're going to award those points for academics, for your positive behavior, and for just being involved and showing some school spirit. Coming every day with a smile on your face and enjoying being here. Those are the things that we value. Over on the right-hand side, you've got a little list of points there, little list of activities and expectations, things that you might do, achieve, and points associated with them. This is just a draft. It's not a finalized version, but it's something that's going to kind of help us get started. And we want your input and your consideration. So after this slideshow, you might talk to your teacher, you might talk to your classmates, come up with some different ideas for things that could go on that list that we value here at Cheyenne. We want you to be involved, and we want you to be heard. We want you to be part of the Herd. We also think that you ought to have a little fun while you're doing it. So the Herd is not only a program that involves everyone and allows us to track that behavior, that academic success, and your involvement, but it's also something that's going to allow us to recognize you as students for the great things that you're doing. Over on the left, there are some sample incentives things that you might find interesting. We want to hear about that too. What would you get a kick out of? What would be a huge pat on the back for you to recognize something cool that you've done or that your classmates have done? Over on the right-hand side, we've got some information about things that we've already worked to do. So we've got some different Sheyenne gear that we're going to hand out over the course of the year. We've got gift certificates to Buffalo Wild Wings. We've got a few free tailgate meals that we're going to hand away. Shields has hooked us up with some gift cards. We've got Brutus's Brick House Pizza, and we've got some Jimmy John's subs in store. Those are just a few of the businesses that we've partnered with so far to help deliver some pretty cool prizes and pretty cool new ways to recognize our students for doing the right things. Our juniors and seniors out there might remember Blue Pride Fridays. Well, that's one thing that we're looking at bringing back this year. Next week, when we kick off our homecoming activities with a pep rally on Friday, we're going to throw our first Blue Pride Friday, and we want everybody to participate. So, for you freshmen and sophomores out there, or for those of you that just need a refresher, what is a Blue Pride Friday? Well, it's an opportunity for you to wear some school gear, wear anything blue and orange, show your school pride, show up, be recognized. We're going to tally up the points from the herd. We're going to give out some different prizes, some different gear, and just have a good time. So that's something that's coming up here. Our first one, September 14th, 2018, with our pep assembly on that Friday next week, is going to kick us off for the year. And this one's going to be a little bit different. Because we're going to recognize our homecoming festivities and gear up for Stampede week ahead, we've got a little different dress going into this one. So rather than the typical blue and orange that you'd wear on a Blue Pride Friday, freshmen are going to be wearing black, sophomores are going to be wearing white, 11th grade, orange, and seniors, you've got blue. Staff can also get involved by wearing gray, because like I said, we want everybody involved. So here's the logistics of it. This is how the whole thing is going to work. You've got to have the 5-star student app if you want to be a part of the herd and really get involved. Some of the pieces are going to be tracked by staff, but if you want to get into it and really rack up those points, earn the top prizes, be eligible for those top tier things, get on your phone, get the app. You can look at the back of a student planner and there's a QR code. Or you can just go ahead and search in the App Store, either for your iOS or for Google Play, and search for 5-star students. That logo is in the upper left-hand corner, so you can see what it'll look like and make sure you're getting the right thing. You want the 5-star students app and not the manager version. That's not going to help you out. So how does it work? When you get the app, you can log in, you can access information about our clubs and activities, you can access information about upcoming events, and we're also going to try and push out some surveys for you to share your opinions, in addition to some surveys that will probably be coming out through Schoology in the near future. Through the app, you can also check into events using different mobile hotspots. We're going to have these at most of our varsity home events, and hopefully some away ones too. In addition to our varsity sporting events, you'll be able to check in at a variety of different events, including concerts, the play, and dances. Anytime that we're doing something at school where we're having fun, we're having a good time, we want you guys to show up. We also want you to be able to check in, get points, and say that you were there and be recognized for that, because we want you to get involved here. So you actually already have an account created for you. Your login is actually your 6-digit school ID, and your password is your last name. So once you've got the app, you can go ahead and enter those pieces of information, select the state of North Dakota, and our school, Sheyenne. Once you're in, and it'll stay logged in on your phone just like any other app. That app is specific to Sheyenne, and it's got information from only our school. So no one else from outside the state or outside of Sheyenne is going to be able to access that information. And if you don't have a cell phone, it's no problem. Staff and student leaders can actually scan the barcode on your student ID. So anytime you're going to an activity or coming to school, bring that with you, have it on you, because it just makes it easier to rack up those points and get scanned and get recognized. And a lot of the different ways that you can earn points are automatically tracked by staff, and so you're not even going to have to worry about it. You can just put it on autopilot and get some recognition in other ways. So besides being a part of something at Sheyenne, besides all of those things that we've already talked about, we want you to get involved just because, one, it's a great way to meet some new people, to make some friends, to learn some things about teamwork and be involved in something bigger than just yourself. Maybe learn a little bit about leadership. And hopefully, while you're doing all that, you're going to have some fun. Still not interested? No big deal. This guy doesn't like free stuff either. But if you are interested, why don't you come and see if you want to be a part of it? Student ambassadors in the Stang Gang are looking for new Mustang students who want to help build the herd. If you're interested in getting involved, come and attend an informational meeting. We've got that going on September 11th at 3:30 after school in our multi-purpose room. It's open to all Sheyenne students grade 9 through 12. And if you have more questions, absolutely feel free to reach out to Mr. Brosh or Ms. Shearer. They're available on Schoology. They're down in the science wing, 1600 rooms. Thanks so much, Sheyenne. Thanks so much, Mustangs, for listening. We hope you'll get a big kick out of this. You'll really enjoy it. And looking forward to a good school year.